Are you looking for a warm and hearty meal that can come together really quick? I have the perfect recipe for you today. It is my beef stroganoff that I make all in one pot here in my Instant Pot. Now, don't let the amount of ingredients scare you. This actually comes together really quick, and I love that you can just cook it all in one pot. Hi there, my name's Nancy. Welcome back to Nancy's Homestyle Kitchen, where I share how to make real food with simple ingredients and no pressure to be perfect. Normally at this part in the video, I will go over the exact measurements of all the ingredients, but I'm gonna go over those as I add them to the Instant Pot. So before we get started, I'm gonna wash my mushrooms, slice them, slice my onions, and once I have those items prepped, we'll come back and we'll start adding everything into the Instant Pot. That only took a few minutes. I have the mushrooms, the beef, and the onions prepped. I have my Instant Pot set on the saute setting on high, and I'm adding in the 3 tablespoons of butter. And you could use salted or unsalted butter, it doesn't matter. And once that's melted, we're going to add in the beef. So this is 1 pound of top sirloin that I trimmed visible of fat, and I made them, it's like about maybe 1 by 1.5 inches. I like this size because then with the egg noodles, I feel like it's easier to eat. I think traditional stroganoff has a longer strip, but this one works for me. So let's add the beef to the butter and we'll get that browned. So searing the beef in the Instant Pot in the butter is what's gonna start developing those layers of flavor. So you don't wanna disturb it too much. Just make sure it is spread out pretty evenly in the pot, and we'll let it go for a few minutes. So as the beef is cooking, I'll tell you what these other ingredients are. So this is 1 yellow onion. I just sliced it in half and then made thin slices. I have, 2 cloves of garlic. And then for the mushrooms, I like the brown mushrooms. Sometimes they call them cremini mushrooms, baby bellas, whatever, but I like the brown ones. And all I did is I dumped them into a colander, washed them, I cut the stem off, and then as you can see, I just put them in the my egg slicer, and it makes really quick work of slicing all those mushrooms. I'm tempted to stir it, but I'm not going to because I want to have it get some of those brown bits at the bottom of the pot, because again, that's where the flavor is going to be. So let's let it go for another minute or so. And note to self, next time, don't cook in my Instant Pot on top of my boost block, because if you could see me back here, I'm literally on my tippy toes trying to look inside. Okay, I'm gonna give it a stir. And we're not fully cooking the meat, we're just browning it, so it's only gonna take a few minutes. All right, it's been a few minutes. Most of the pieces are lightly browned. There's some that still look a little rare, and that is just fine because it's going to continue cooking during the pressure cooking process. But we at least got it seared off a little bit and developed some flavor. So I'm going to remove this. You want to use a slotted spoon because you want to keep the remaining butter or any fat that came out of the beef. You want to keep that in the bottom of the Instant Pot. So we can saute our onions and mushrooms in there. Okay, and if you can see in this other camera up here, you can see all those nice brown bits. Okay, take your onion and break it up, add it in here. Just want to separate those slices as much as you can. And I'm using a yellow onion. You can, by all means, use a white onion. I wouldn't use red, though. I don't know why. To me, I think red is more for, like, burgers, salads, things like that. Smells so good. Okay, this has had about 2-minute head start. So now I'm going to add the 8 ounces of washed and sliced mushrooms. And we're going to start sauteing those with the onions. So if you followed my channel over the past year, there may have been some videos that you've watched where you've heard me say that my husband and I spent 18 months living in our RV, traveling across the US. And during that time, because our space was limited, I took some of my favorite recipes and adapted them to the multi-cooker or Instant Pot method. One, because I was low on space. 2, it was a smaller quantity. Instead of feeding like a large family, now I'm just feeding my husband and I. And so I really like these quick and easy Instant Pot recipes, and there's less dishes to do. So if that's something that you'd like to see more of, Instant Pot recipes, drop that in the comments below and let me know, and then I'll share some more that I have. So that's almost ready. You're just wanting everything to get kind of soft. So the 2 cloves of garlic, we are going to put those through a garlic press. If you don't have a garlic press, you could just dice it. Where's my little butter knife? It's all the way over there. Okay. That was a huge clove of garlic too. Okay, I'm just gonna have to break out the big guns. Normally I use a tiny knife to do this, but I just wanna scrape that residual garlic that's stuck on the bottom. And the garlic, we don't want to add the garlic when we start with the onions, because the garlic is so fine, it will just burn really quick. And it doesn't take long for that garlic to throw its fragrance in there with the onions. It just smells so hearty and comforting. Okay, I'm gonna give that about 1 minute to cook. So you wanna take 1/4 cup of a red wine. This is Cabernet Sauvignon. And you just wanna add it to the pot. And it's going to kind of deglaze the bottom of the pan. And that means it's gonna help get all of those bits that are stuck to the bottom of the pan, which is where the flavor is. It's gonna help loosen those. And it's not burnt, so don't confuse the brown bits with being burnt. It's absolutely not burnt. That's just where that sauteed beef flavor comes from. Next, we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of flour, and this is gonna help act as a thickener. And just stir that in and let that cook for another minute. And it soaked up all of the wine. Okay, take your beef that you seared already, put that back into the pot. And now I'm gonna hit cancel, because we're done with the searing and sauteing process. So now we're gonna add some of the liquid ingredients. So we're gonna start with 2 cups of low sodium or no sodium beef broth. And 1 cup of the low sodium V8 juice. Now, I don't remember where I came up with this, but I've been making it this way for years. So it's 1 can plus a little bit more. But go ahead and give them a good shake before you dump it in there, get everything incorporated. And they come in like a 6 or an 8 pack at the store. Okay, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Worcestershire sauce. Now you add 2 teaspoons of Dijon mustard. Oops. This you could just kind of eyeball it. Look at that, I got it all over the lid. And then finally, I'm gonna add some fresh chopped parsley. So this is just Italian flat leaf parsley. Take out any of the really big stems. Give it a chop. And then we can use more of that to garnish the top when serving. And this is just a very rough chop. So it's about 2 tablespoons of parsley. Okay, and then we need a teaspoon of salt and some fresh ground black pepper. Oops, I always do that. I think it's like about a half a teaspoon, so. Now we're gonna pressure cook it for 15 minutes. So as always, make sure your seal is seated in the lid correctly, that your valve is freely moving. We're gonna put this on here. And then, excuse me, but I have to turn it so I can see. So I'm gonna hit pressure. Oh my gosh, see if you can see this. Custom, I'm gonna put it on high for 15 minutes and hit start. And make sure your lock up here is in the seal position, which it is. It's gonna take a few minutes to come up to temperature. So we'll go ahead and cook this under pressure for 15 minutes. When it's done, then we're gonna add the noodles to it and finish it. So I'll be back during that step. Okay, 15 minutes is done. So I'm gonna hit cancel. And I'm gonna do what they call a quick release, is I'm gonna slide this lever to the vent position and let all the steam escape. So you wanna wait for all the steam to escape, and there is a safety release valve in the back. It's in the up position right now. So once all the steam has come out, that will drop so you know it's not under pressure anymore. And then I let it kind of sit there for another 30 seconds or so, because I just want to be sure I'm not going to be burned with steam when I open it. I've never had an issue. I feel like these multi-cookers are really, really safe, and I think they're a huge time saver in the kitchen. There it goes. You could still see some steam coming out, which would be about the same amount of steam over a pot of boiling water. So I'm not really worried about it. I just kind of like to see most of it gone. Like right now, totally fine. So open the lid away from you. Just let all the juices go back. Okay, now it's time to add the noodles. So here I have 8 ounces of extra wide egg noodles. So we're gonna add those in, and apparently on the floor too. Give it a stir, because you want to get them as submerged under the liquid as you can, because we're gonna return this to pressure cook for about 4 minutes to cook the noodles, and then we'll be done. So, okay. Okay, it's in the seal position. I'm going to pressure, custom, high. Now I'm gonna turn this back to 4 minutes and hit start. So I'll be back in about 5 to 6 minutes, because it's gonna take a minute or 2 for the pressure to build back up. And then after that 4 minutes is done, I'm gonna do the same process. I'm gonna turn it off. I'm gonna release the vent so everything can come out. And then that's the point where we'll come back and you'll see what it looks like inside, and we'll add the few finishing touches. Okay, all the steam has finished escaping, so let's open it for the final time. This looks so beefy, and with the mushrooms, oh, looks so good. Now, if you want to thicken the sauce up, you can take 2 tablespoons of cornstarch and mix it with 1/4 cup of water. But I'm looking at this and thinking, I don't need to thicken it up. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and add in 1/2 cup of sour cream. This is 1/4 cup. Give it a stir. If you want to use light sour cream, I have used that as well. And this is just gonna give it that nice creamy consistency. Okay, and before we plate it, let's go ahead and give the sauce a little taste because we may need to add a little more salt and pepper. Nope, it's absolutely perfect. Okay, I will plate this up and we will take a taste test. And here we go. In just about 40 minutes, you can have a warm, comforting beef stroganoff made in one pot. So let me tell you, this is great because you don't have frying pans and boiling pots of water for the noodles to deal with. You're just cooking everything in that one instant pot and it comes together very, very quick. So let's go ahead and take a taste test. So here I have the beef and the mushrooms. We need smell-o-vision here because this just has the most savory aroma. It smells like heaven. And the beef is so tender, pressure cooking it. It's not like mushy where it melts in your mouth, but it's just the perfect amount of tenderness. And the noodles, in 4 minutes, who would have known you could cook noodles in your Instant Pot? Super quick. Anyway, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button, consider subscribing. Again, if you want to see more Instant Pot recipes, let me know down in the comments. Everything will be listed in the show notes, and I will be back next week with another recipe from my kitchen.